Good evening, guys, and happy Monday to all of our sunshiny faces. I have no clue what day it is, guys, because everybody is home and like off of work and all that kind of stuff. And literally all day today my mom kept going, oh, it's Sunday, it's Sunday, it's Sunday. And I was like, no, like, and it feels like Saturday to me more than like even Sunday. And now like I have to be reminded that it's actually Monday, because tomorrow's the 4th of July, so like everybody's home and off work, and you know, like everybody's here. So it just, like I said, it feels kind of off. But it is Monday, and we ended up getting a lot done today upstairs. Not actually feel like quite as much as yesterday, because like again too, we got the fridge all cleaned out, we got the pantry cleaned out, we got the hall closet cleaned out. You know, like we just did a lot of stuff today, and then we did a lot of stuff upstairs too. And I think we got to more upstairs than we did today, but like that was all we did really. We did have to go run a couple errands. We had to stop at Target today. We had to go and pick my dad's work truck up. We also had to go to Menards to get some of the stuff that we needed. So like Matthew ended up getting the baffling for like the attic, like the roofing stuff done. He ended up putting that up, which just was like the pieces, and then he just had to staple them in, kind of like the what's it called, the like insulation, which we did get a little bit of that put up as well today. Not like the full wall or anything yet, except we did finish the one little wall in like my dad's cubby, the one wall against the back, and that was finished. But then we were kind of working along the wall, the other wall. But then me and my dad did most of the electric today. We finished running, we put in all the boxes, we ran all the cables into the boxes, which actually I did most of that, funny enough, myself pretty much. My dad just ended up actually, which I still could have even just put the boxes in myself and just screwed them in. Like my dad ended up doing that, but I could have. I don't really know why he was doing it. Like he could have just been helping Matthew, because like he was cutting the insulation and then Matthew was kind of like putting the insulation up, and so like I could have actually probably been doing that. But like I did all the knockouts for the boxes, put the little clamp thingies in for the Romex cable that we ran. I ran all the Romex cable through the little clamps and then ended up tightening those up, and like that was kind of it. And then also too, I put the mud rings on the boxes as well. So like that was all like the major stuff. My dad just literally put the box on the wall, but it involved a little bit of us trying to figure out like, okay, where do we want this, what are we going to do with this, like a whole bunch of, you know, like I said, kind of a whole thing. So it was a little bit more than just, you know, like, okay, the box just goes here and put it on. It was like we had to try and figure out exactly what was the best case scenario for where everything was going. So I think we officially have all of the boxes on the walls and secured, with the exception of the ones that were already existing upstairs. We're taking those off and moving 3 of them. I think 3 of them are not currently moved, so we still have to do that, and then we'll have finished with like the extent of the electric that we can do other than making everything live again, because a lot of the pre-existing outlets are already live, but we have to do some splices and make some of the new ones now live. So like that was what we were doing today against all the new wall that we built. We ended up putting the like doing the outlets for that stuff. Getting that stuff done today. But like I said, it just, like, again, we got more I think done than we did yesterday, but it just didn't feel like we got as much done in total as we did like yesterday with everything that we did, not just the upstairs project. So then like we also ended up cutting a couple pieces of lattice for my mom. Has 2 pots behind the garage that she has morning glories that she's growing, and so we had a piece of lattice that she wanted like sort of cut so that she can use it kind of as a trellis for it. And then also to like that was kind of it. Jack did like a major part of the weed whacking today, which was actually really awesome. But the thing was is that the string in the string trimmer was actually pretty much out, I guess, and so and it was like not doing like anything. So my dad ended up replacing it, and I think this is the first time he's replaced it since we've had it. So we've really not had to replace it at all, because he needed to look up a video on how to do it, and he was like, oh my gosh, it's so easy, like compared to any of the other like weed whackers, you know, string trimmers that we've had before. It's like some of them have like the little like pre-done like, you know, string that you put in and stuff like that, but those are sometimes hard to find, and specifically in the ones that you need for like that specific brand that you're using, sometimes they're not always universal. Like we had a problem with one of those. Then also too, if you buy just regular string, sometimes you have to wind it up yourself and all this kind of stuff. It's actually super easy. All you actually do is, I guess, just like do it through, like put it through the thing, and then you just twist the base of it, like the like you put it through like the hole where it's supposed to come out, and then you just twist the base on it, and it's just, it like ended up, you know, like I said, taking my dad like probably 5 minutes to put on, whereas again, some of the times when he's done it, you have to like manually like load and, you know, twist it and all this kind of stuff. And the other thing is that it also has a pre-cutting, so you also don't have to cut it to size. We've had ones like that as well, like a huge pain. This one, like I said, it's, you know, we ended up getting the Milwaukee, like it's a hedge trimmer, a weed whacker, a edger, and a what's it called, it's not hedge trimming, it's like chainsaw, like on the end of it, and it can do all 4 things. You just need the attachments, and we bought, the one that we bought had all 4 attachments in it. And it was expensive, a little pricey, but I think that it's well worth it. My dad said it too, like it was like we got our money's worth. The thing runs amazing. The batteries too, like because my dad, even for work, like he uses all Milwaukee products, so like the batteries and stuff like that, like we already had a ton of them, and like that's what we use at home too for all of our like, you know, our like drills and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And so we already have a ton of them. So like Jack too, though, he can normally get through doing the whole front yard with only going through like 1 battery, and sometimes I think he can actually do both, like going through it. It kind of depends too, like how much of it needs to be weed whacked and how high the grass is and that kind of stuff. But for the most part, he does pretty, you know, like it gets a pretty good use out of just using like 1 battery. And like I said, we have several, probably at least close to 10 of them, and normally the batteries always seem like they're the more expensive part of the whole thing. Like when you get it, they'll always be like, oh, buy the item and you get the battery for free. And normally if you buy it with the battery, like as a combo without buying, like getting the battery for free, or if you buy just the individual tool without the battery, it's a lot cheaper actually going with it without having to get the battery, which I think how we saved a little bit of money with the string trimmer, because we didn't buy one with the battery. It just had all of the attachments for it. But like I said, it was a little pricey, but again, like well worth it for like the amount of use that we've gotten out of it already. Because normally by this time, like we've had it for I think 3 years at least now. Normally when we've bought a cheaper one, you know, it'd get maybe a third of the price of what we paid for this one, and maybe even like a fourth of the price. But normally it doesn't last even this long. Normally by this point there's something wrong with it, it's not working very well anymore, and we like have to get to the point where we have to replace it already. So like I said, this one has been a trooper so far and has managed to do all of the things that we do. Like I said, we use it for the hedge trimming, we use it for you know, like I said, the bushes, we use it for the edging, we use it for the weed whacking, and it does all of it, and you know, with the same motor in it and everything like that, and it's, you know, awesome. So we really like it. But and like I said, I love all the Milwaukee products. Like again too, the leaf blower, it took years before we finally got a cordless leaf blower, and the Milwaukee one again too, it's so perfect, and it's so strong. We had 2 other leaf blowers and they're nothing compared to the type of wind gusts that you get with that one, which is pretty awesome. So we also did a handful of getting ready for things tomorrow as well, as far as 4th of July stuff goes. I've got my clothes actually out and all my 4th of July that I'm going to be decked out in tomorrow, my red, white, and blue, and I think I'm actually going to paint my nails, which is why I'm not going to bed early tonight. I'm just like kind of going to probably stay up and watch TV maybe for a little while, just so that I can do that. Because I kind of want to paint my nails. Like I did them for Jack's graduation party, and I was like, I kind of liked having my nails done, but it took me so long to take the nail polish off. That's just why, like, I don't like how long it takes for my nails to dry when I do them, and I also don't like how long it takes for me to take it off. By the time I'm like, okay, this is starting to look pretty bad, I need to get the nail polish off, it's already like, you know, well beyond the point where it already needed to come off. So I wait a little too long to sometimes do that, but it's like I don't like it takes too long to do it also. And just like the amount of time it takes me to like, again, get all the nail polish off, I'm like, okay, my time could be better spent doing something else than, like I said, doing that. And then again too, with the time of painting my nails, it's like, it's not worth it. But again, if I'm gonna just sit down and watch TV, it's, you know, it's my time, you know, is being used anyway that way. So like, because everybody else is kind of doing like the same thing right now. So again, I think that's just what I'm gonna do. But I ended up getting up pretty early this morning, again, not super early, but pretty early, so we could go and do all of the outside stuff. Well, not outside stuff, but just all the stuff outside the house, some errands, and then like the stuff upstairs and everything like that. So I was up pretty early and we got a lot of stuff done, and being up in the heat and all that kind of stuff, like I'm just tired. I'm ready to go to bed. But like I said, I think I'm gonna just watch a little TV and then go to bed and do my nails. So anyways though, guys, I will see you all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see y'all very soon, shiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.